Hey everybody, Plain Safe Sam with you here on Friday, January 16th, 2026. Let's get right out to the shop and see what's happening. All right, so we're heading out of the shop here. It's been a pretty good week. Got a lot of stuff done already. Still a lot of stuff to go, but we got a lot of headway made on this little dude. I think we're gonna do some rigging on it on Monday. And as you can see in the back corner, we've had a changing of the guard. The Cherokee 6 is gone, and the Lance is back in here, and you can tell we now have it jacked up because we're able to get this all fixed up. A little dark back here in the corner. I think Sean had some lights on when he was doing it, but here's all the new stuff. Here's the old. Let me show you down here. Old, new, old, broken, bad. I mean, look how it just pulled the shit out of this thing. So, yeah, we ordered all the stuff in new, and everything's installed, and it looks pretty good. Now, the other thing is the old tail cone is just, I don't even know where it went. It was here. Where did the tail cone go? It was roached pretty good from that whole thing tearing out. So the owner is a couple steps ahead of us. Yeah, there's the old one over there. So we have a new one. Here's the new one. So that looks all nice and happy and new. And here's the old one. Of course, we're gonna have some paint work to do. Got to cut a hole for the tail nav light. And this whole thing is just, she just kind of broken in many places, and it also looks like it got whacked here on the side somehow too. So that's all pushed in. So we'll be replacing that. But overall, not too shabby. Just for fun. Well, here's the gear work we're doing. In here is the hydraulic pump. Well, probably can't see it. There's no light. Let me look. Look in here. All right. Here's the hydraulic power pack in there. And all the troubleshooting, everything we're doing is leading us right to that. So we're probably going to have to pull that out. Either get a overhaul exchange unit or get that one overhauled. When they get old, there's a high pressure check valve in there that sticks, and this thing, the gear pump, is short cycling all the time. So, but just put eyeballs in this engine. We've never seen this airplane before doing this, so put some eyeballs in here. Not too bad. It's missing a little grommet there. You see, there's one. There is one here. And there's not one there. And there's pins on the front of the cowling that go into that. So we want to get that so it doesn't move around. And then down in here, there should be a, see where my fingers are coming through here? There should be a hose duct going from there to down in there. Let me get a flashlight again, so you can see what I'm talking about. So it's dark down in there. But right down there, under the alternator there's another fitting where or a connection where a duct should go, and that'll feed the cabin, the heater muffler there. So he probably has heat now, but not a lot is my guess. And then the other thing I noticed when I was wheeling around was the shimmy damper here has been leaking, and it's leaked all over the nose gear, so we're gonna pull that apart and see if we can get that fixed. Other than that, this one, we're moving along on it. I think we're probably get an exchange unit because he's got an appointment at somewhere for some avionics work. And then the 206, which is one of our airplane we were behind on. He's in here, all wide open, getting inspected. Had low compression on one of the cylinders, so we just lapped the exhaust valve on that because it's not like that's where it's coming from. But Sean's up there working on the nose gear, and then we should be able to start closing this up and get this one out the door. This Husky just came in today for next week, so he's going to be on the docket. This Lake, this right wing is back on. I'll do a little. She's all done, and let me show you on the other wing. I should have done this last time, but let me show you what we're working on these things here, because I showed you the rivets. Now, if you remember from the other side, the attach point comes out here. Well, these rivets right here, they get loose just from working, from the wing flexing back and forth and stuff. So you can't replace these without pulling the wing off, because that mount is right there. And I'll show you that again when we get this wing off. But here's what's going on. Hear that? You can see this flexing and here flexing. So that's why we got to pull the wing off to replace those, because that's loose and flexing right there. So that's all the updates for this week, and I will post some more stuff up. We've got, the phone has been literally ringing off the hook here. We've got lots of things going on, and there's Adam. Hi, Adam. Hi. And Adam's my general manager here at the shop, so he does all the day-to-day stuff and keeps us rocking and rolling. Cool thing is, we had a customer call today. He just bought a Dakota. Here it is. Pretty airplane. So he wants to bring it in here. Look at the panel on that Dakota. Man, is that nice. So he wants to bring that in for just a couple of squawks, but he was a customer. We worked on his Bonanza, and he got rid of that, and he says he regrets it, but now he's got this Dakota, and he's building an airplane, an RV-14. So, and crazy thing is, his brother just called us earlier this week, and haven't heard from the guy with the Dakota in a few years. But his brother called earlier this week. He has an Epic, and we're going to do the annual on that starting in February. And boy, never seen an Epic. I've walked by them, I think, in Oshkosh, and went, ooh, that looks cool. But we're going to have one in here, and we're doing an annual on it. It's going to be pretty epic, because that's one cool-ass airplane. So when we get that in, I'll definitely show you guys that thing, because they're not very common airplanes. They're sleek, they're super fast, and I'm excited to work on it with the guys. So anyway, that's all I got. Right now, it's been so crazy. I said we're on the phone nonstop, and Adam and I have both been scheduling. We're now scheduled well into March. March? Yeah, well into April, actually, we're scheduling. So should be a lot of cool stuff coming up. Cool stuff coming in. We got some travel we have to do for an airplane, SR-22. We've got to go do some traveling for that. Yesterday, went up to Green Bay and picked some parts up there for it, and a whole nose gear, because the nose gear got snapped in half, and a cowling. And now we got everything we need to go down to fix that airplane. So that's going to happen in February. And but I'll keep that, keep you guys in the loop on that. You can see what's going on with that when we travel down there. I'm going to send 2 guys down, and I think Bill, my chief inspector, and myself will go down later in that week and get the thing done. So fun stuff coming, exciting stuff, and a lot of work. So stay tuned. If you like what you see, subscribe, hit the bell, get a reminder. It helps my algorithms, like everybody on YouTube says. I have enough subscribers, but I could always use more. And if you have a comment, even if you want to beat me down on something, go ahead. I'll respond. I don't mind getting constructive criticism or anything, or if you like what you see, let me know, because that's pretty cool too. And we'll see you next time. I'll try to make one early next week when we got something fun going on. All right. See you. Have a good weekend.